It's 9-ish. Y'all know what time it is. Sports Block with Riddock. Powered by the Monarchy. Thank you, sir. Draft was crazy. It was in KC. What do y'all feel about y'all's picks? Or let's start out with the first rounder.
I'm cool. I like the first round pick. Only other thing I would have liked more would have been if they had, went up to get Jackson Smith and Jigba, but we knew that wasn't finna happen. Mm-hmm. Even though he went 20th, and I think that's like the furthest in a first round that a wide receiver went before being
first
being first wide. So they could have possibly gone up to get him, but I'm cool with who as they call him, King Felix.
I think that's who they wanted. Mm-hmm. I think they. It just seems like that's who exactly they wanted. You know what I mean? At 32, it's as much of a second round pick as it is a first round pick. Mm-hmm. He had a second round grade out. He's got the size. He's got the pass rush ability. Spag should be able to do something with him. You know what I mean? I just can't. I don't see him just petering out for us. You know what I mean? I'm a little. I wouldn't say concerned, but I just wonder about this. About our round 2 pick, Rashee Rice. Mm-hmm. Apparently, that was a Mahomes pick. He wanted him. He was working out with this kid in Dallas.
You say wide receiver from SMU
before the draft, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was down to Camp Pat.
So I like this as in, hey, Pat said go get him, and Beach went and got him. That's I'm with that. You know what I mean? On the flip side of that, supposedly, Clyde was the same thing. That was supposedly that was a Mahomes pick. And obviously that's not. You see where that's going with them not. Give a 5th-year option.
But he had a way better career. He was way better well known.
Edwards-Helaire flaming out his own Edwards-Helaire. That ain't got nothing to do with Pat.
No, but I was just saying that. Are y'all saying that still wasn't a bad pick?
No. I mean, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I would have rather them pick a tackle. Mm-hmm. Or a defensive tackle or edge rusher or something, but they just come off winning the Super Bowl. Running back was a need, but it wasn't like a major need. So they went with running back, and he was the best running back available.
Well, not in hindsight, but
no, at the time. Yeah. At the time, he was the best running back available. Shit. There were no NFL pundits that thought he was going to do what he wound up doing. Mm. Everybody thought he was going to be a 1,500 yard carry or my bad, 1,500 to 2,000 yard total offense kind of guy yearly, because that was what he showed in college. I don't know if. And he was in the SEC at LSU, so I don't want to say that the game sped up too much more, because SEC is basically NFL. Yeah, shit. I think half the SEC could probably beat the Titans.
Hey, at this point, yeah. No pushback here, sir.
They'll have a hard time stopping Derrick Henry, but
that's about it.
Unless it was Georgia. Georgia could stop Derrick Henry. Because Georgia's front seven for the past 4 years has been just monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Georgia's from
The new
front
Eagles.
seven for the past 4 years are now Eagles.
No, I'm
The
saying,
new Eagles.
they all of them.
The
There's
new
what,
Eagles
6 of
front
them?
seven. Yeah, it's like 6 of them.
Yeah. Now them getting Carter at number 9.
Completely unfair. I want Roger Goodell to look into that shit.
Well, hey, I'm very interested in this round 3 Wanye Morris pick. Not because he was named after the Boys Men star, but because he played next to Trey Smith on Tennessee's line, and they seem to be tight. So
You mean Oklahoma's line?
no, I think he played at Tennessee first.
And then transferred?
Mm-hmm. And then transferred to Oklahoma. Yeah, transferred to Oklahoma. He was all freshman. Team was 12-game starter at left tackle for Tennessee in 19. Then played 9 games, 5 left tackle, and 2 as a blocking tight end. In Tennessee, and then he transferred to Oklahoma.
I would say might be y'all's in them heavy packages, that'll be y'all 6 linemen.
He'll get some goal line snaps.
Oh, he'll. I mean, it looks like they're gonna try. He's gonna compete for the starting right tackle.
He'll compete. I think they'll have Niang start, and then bring him along. I think by week 10, you could see Wanye getting his boys to men on.
Well, what about Kennard? Because they're also saying he could be in the running for the right tackle. They should have played him this year. No, they shouldn't. But I'd have gave him some clock over fucking Wiley.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about Wiley. He gave up 0 sacks in the entire playoffs.
Can't ask for too much more.
Can't ask for too much more than that.
I don't know.
Hey, all right, quarter. I mean, Rock.
I mean, shit. How many? Orlando Brown didn't give up that many sacks either.
Orlando Brown gave up no sacks in the playoffs.
Yeah, so
Hell, Orlando Brown only gave up like 4 sacks all season.
That's why he got that fat contract.
And man, see now y'all got me defending Orlando Brown.
It's hilarious.
But I'll say this: I'll defend the numbers. If a man playing left tackle goes an entire season and only gives up 4 sacks with as much pass rush as the Chiefs have to deal with.
Yeah. With as much movement as Pat be doing.
Oh man, and Pat has said has said himself, "Hey, I know it's hard for my tackles because I'm holding the ball, I'm not stepping up in the pocket, I'm running around here willy nilly. It's just woo, 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 woo." If you listen real close, you hear Three Stooges soundtrack. So yeah, I'm interested to see what what's his name, Townsend. Dude, just Jawan Taylor.
yeah.
I'm interested to see what Taylor's gonna do at left tackle, but I can't speak ill of Orlando Brown Jr. for the past 2 seasons for the Chiefs. I can't. He almost got us a ring the year before. You know what I'm saying? Got us a ring last year.
Don't mean you can't look around either.
Oh, I ain't saying you can't look around. I'm not saying don't look around. But what I'm saying is, I think that talking crazy about Orlando Brown Jr. right now would be like disrespecting the dead.
Well,
Damn. That sounds worse than anything I've said about the man.
No, I'm just saying he's not here anymore to defend himself. So,
well, I mean, he wasn't before.
I mean, he wasn't before, but you know, he's just really not here now. And so, shit, he's somebody else's headache. And if you look at the numbers, he was a good headache to have.
Yeah.
So, Now I will be. Did the Chiefs play the Bengals next year in the regular season?
They had to because because they won the North, didn't they? Bengals, yeah. Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
the Bengals won the North.
So yeah, one seed, y'all got to play each other. So y'all gonna play them, y'all gonna play the Bills, and y'all gonna play the Jaguars.
Jags did win the South. Did I
Unfortunately,
predict the Jags to win the South?
probably.
Nope. I predicted the Colts to win the South because the Colts opening day lineup or that first day lineup was kind of decent. I was
It
like,
was decent.
I was like, damn, yeah, these dudes. And then when they just got mollywopped,
Was it by the Raiders?
yes,
They beat their ass.
no, there was the Raiders was the last game that old boy was head coach. Then they hired Saturday
Yeah.
on a Sunday. And then he beat the first team. No, he beat the Raiders.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Well, I'll say speaking of the Colts, we'll jump back to the Chiefs. But are y'all surprised that they picked up Richardson
Nope,
at number 4?
not surprised. Oh, I said all along. Oh, he's going top 5. He's Black Josh Allen. Just better at the running part and way more athletic. I mean,
Freakishly athletic.
he can drop his shoulder and truck you, or he can get on his tippy toes and
It's
swivel.
like if DK Metcalf had a rocket arm.
And no accuracy. Well, actually, probably the same accuracy.
Same
DK
accuracy
had
as
right
DK
now.
Metcalf.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm a fan. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not. I'm a fan. I'm not gonna root
Hey,
for the
but
Colts.
You just build the offense around him. You make it simple. You know what I mean?
If they're smart, they play. Damn, what's the quarterback they signed? He was down at the Jaguars.
Minshew.
If they're smart, they play Minshew next year. Let Anthony sit, learn, get his fucking footwork right, because that footwork is horrendous.
Yeah.
It may work in college, but it's not gonna work in the NFL. That's gonna get him interceptions and sacks, both, and injured, not hurt, injured. But yeah, let him sit, work that out, get it figured out, and then maybe even by like week 13, week 14, because I don't see the Colts. I don't see them doing anything. But they're in the South, so
Yeah,
they
and
could
see,
still mess around.
That's what I was gonna say. Now they're in the South, so let's say, because the Titans gonna be trash, and something tells me.
I don't know, man.
No, something tells me that Tannehill is really not going to be our starting quarterback come week 1. I have a really
He's
strong
not gonna
feeling.
be on the team.
I think
That's what I'm saying.
it's gonna be like week 4.
That Richardson gets in.
Yep. Or that Willis gets in.
No, I'm thinking he's gonna
Hold
start.
on. And then Levis.
Levis, I think is going to be our starter come week 1.
Come week 1?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be week 4. But I can see it being week 1. I can see them just cutting Tannehill and saying, fuck it. And
Because if they cut him after whatever the June date is, we save
it's like
$27 million.
Yeah, I would say it's like half
What
a.
you getting out of Tannehill?
Yeah. Like at this
Well, no.
point,
You don't know what you're getting out of Tannehill.
We know.
No,
You know
you
what
really
the
don't.
ceiling is.
He's going.
You
You definitely
exactly.
know what the ceiling is.
But you don't know what the floor is, and
Right.
that's what's scary.
No,
Right.
we've seen the floor.
No, you haven't.
In Miami, we saw the floor.
I'm gonna say that he had no protection and he had no one to throw to, and there was nothing. There was
doing numbers there with
nothing. Yeah, there was literally nothing going on when he was
It was
when
not
he
a chicken salad situation.
with no mayonnaise, with no onions, no green onions.
I say, speaking of mayonnaise and
Y'all
coffee,
quarterback,
fuck.
coffee mayo,
Every time I think about that, the shit gross me out. Like just
coffee mayo.
And just think, let's just say everything goes as planned, and he turns out to be the second best quarterback that we've ever had, and he makes the Hall of Fame. That's gonna be in his Hall of Fame video.
By second best, you mean behind McNair, right?
Damn, I guess I gotta say third then.
Warren Moon.
Yeah, Moon is that's my favorite quarterback ever. He's our
that.
best. He's our best statistically. McNair did the most.
Moon does have them yards, but that's also kind of unfair because Moon was running a completely different offense that they just weren't ready for. That, you know what I'm saying? That they just weren't ready for.
It was definitely ahead of
the running gun.
Yeah.
Oh man, we tried to install that. I think it was like my sophomore year. Some of that my sophomore year in down in Lincoln.
Mm.
It's intricate, boy.
Yeah.
But if you can pull it off, because all it is just you figure out how you gonna what you gonna call your gaps and what you calling your routes or whatever, and then you just run them numbers. It's just like everything else. You just run the numbers and you do that shit at the line, and you and then you got Warren Moon. Man, Warren Moon was cold, and that's how you know the league was fucked up back. Was that 81 when Warren Moon got drafted?
80, yeah.
Yeah. That's how you know the league was extra.
No, it was
79. 79.
Yeah.
That's how you know the league was extra fucked up because Warren Moon went north of the border immediately after not getting drafted down here.
5 straight chips.
5 chips and and then came back and they were still like, hey, you should play safety. Hey, cuz, did you see what I just did in Edmonton?
It was like, but you black, though.
The money's green.
But you're black, sir.
Yeah, that is true. But the money green.
Don't even matter.
That's where he had to play in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a place where niggas could, you know what I'm saying? It was Houston.
Get down there and cook. That's what he did.
Hey, he did. Hell, he cooked for the Chiefs for a couple years. I was like, when he got, because it was 96 when he played for the Chiefs, it felt like?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, damn. Warren Moon still playing football?
And balling.
I hope they keep him upright. Keep him upright, Granny. Because, woo.
Somebody should have told that to his wife. I didn't say that, y'all. We'll edit that out.
Oh, yeah, no, that's coming through.
Don't even have to say allegedly, though.
Sports Block has too short of a turnaround time to edit stuff out.
Well, I say sticking on the Titans, would you all have used the 11th overall pick for what they're saying is maybe a top 5 tackle, but he could be a Hall of Fame guard?
Yeah, the tackle that y'all got?
Yeah, because he's pretty, I mean, he's a tweener at that point.
He's a tweener. Yeah, and I would go ahead and because y'all need a tackle though, don't you?
We need everything.
Okay, I'd go ahead.
Literally everything.
I'd go ahead and start it. He's my left guard.
Hey, shame on Chicago not drafting him. He was a Chicago kid.
He's officially my starting left guard.
Chicago
But his
got a
granddaddy
tackle
was a
though.
Packer.
Oh yeah, so that
Was a
wasn't
Lombardi Packer.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. But Chicago, they got a tackle first round, didn't they?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's officially my starting left guard. I guess probably next year's draft or free agency, probably draft. We gonna draft the best left tackle out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's it for the.
I wonder how they get to that. How these pundits get to that.
How they can forecast.
Get to that determination. They're like, yeah, he's a decent tackle, but he'd be better as a guard. Like,
Well, the thing with him, they're saying that he's
got shorter
like
arms.
really short arms for
Yeah.
a tackle. as a like on the like plain interior
He got the arms, interior arms.
interior arms, but on the outside he just
Doesn't have the wingspan of a.
yeah. They say he has like really short arms. For,
Yeah, and he would have to play right tackle.
No, they talking about playing him as left tackle.
You know what I'm saying? But if he were going to play tackle in the
At a
league,
high,
he would have it to play. He'd be better at playing right tackle because right tackle is more mauling. It's more playing like a guard, but just outside. You know, so left tackle is the. No, he couldn't be left tackle because somebody is finna come through here and just chop them arms. Oh. Levis injured. Pull out the old
that's probably gonna happen anyway.
John Madden football ambulance.
Running niggas over.
Used to run niggas over. I'd be like, hey man, how come the ambulance is running everybody over?
So were there any major surprises that y'all saw?
At the time, yes, but I kind of figured something was gonna happen, and it did. That was the Detroit Lions taking Jahmyr Gibbs.
And then trading Swift.
Well, at first they just took Jahmyr Gibbs, and that was like the 11th pick, I think. Or, yeah, I was like, ooh, oh, y'all already got Swift and
Walker.
yeah. As fucked up, I can't remember his name. He's on my fantasy team. I was just calling them touchdown Lions because they were scoring touchdowns.
Touch them.
And then I was like, okay, somebody's not. I was like, it must be Swift. I was like, they're gonna trade Swift, and then a couple days later, they wind up trading Swift. And I was kind of hoping that the Chiefs would have. It was just a little chunk of me, like, yeah, man, come on, trading to the Chiefs, yeah.
I know.
Oh, I like DeAndre Swift.
Hold on.
Y'all really like
the shocker
Pacheco.
around was Will Levis fucking putting mayonnaise in his fucking coffee. Good Lord.
Hey, and he
Did
does
it on national TV.
He does it with such confidence too.
Get the fuck out of here.
Somebody has to have a weirder like combination of foods at some point.
It's
But that's
utterly
just
ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, how does that even happen though? How do you even figure out that you want mayonnaise and coffee? Like that.
How do
Like
you even
the
let
two
that,
are never.
How do you even let that be public information?
But it's just what were you eating at what time
What are
of
you
day
signaling?
that coffee and mayonnaise were on the table at the same time?
What kind of dog whistle is that?
I don't know. My daddy would drink coffee at every meal, so I could. The fact that coffee and mayonnaise could be on the table at the same, I could definitely see that. Just that part.
Using
Just make my
mayo
stomach
as a
hurt.
creamer?
Yeah.
My pops drinks his coffee black.
Yeah.
As
He's
well as
basically
everybody
using it
should.
as a non-dairy creamer.
I don't know.
Gross.
Some people use butter
For a creamer?
in coffee. Yeah. Instead of cream. Yeah. Some people use butter.
The things
I'd
you
rather
learn on
go
the
that
sports
route than fucking mayonnaise.
It's the same thing, really. Cause
No, it's not.
Because some people use mayonnaise to cook grilled cheese sandwiches. I feel like this is deja vu.
We talked about that Friday.
Oh, okay.
Not as in detail though. Did we?
I don't know. I just
Well,
that.
I actually saw
Just
it
me
after-
saying some people
I
use
actually saw
mayonnaise
it
to
after
cook
the fact. I was like, my God.
grilled cheese. That felt like I was like, hey, I feel like we've had this
You
conversation.
put mayo in the grilled cheese?
Oh, they use mayo instead of butter.
Yeah.
Oh, I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't tried it, but
I don't want
Okay.
I've had
that-
people tell me this. It's just
that-
as fire.
That I can kind of see though, because that's almost French toast. Mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
is eggs and oil with a hint of mustard.
Yeah.
You slather it on the outside of the bread and sear that shit up.
We need to make a cooking show.
It's a janky ass French toast.
I'm not gonna argue it.
I'm still not fucking with no mayonnaise.
I don't
And eggs
have
and
no
oil,
problem with
eggs
mayonnaise.
and oil are two of my favorite things. But
Yeah, say mayonnaise on certain shit
yeah,
like a
you know.
BLT
Oh, ooh, yes.
smacks.
no, thank you.
Good call.
No,
Yes, sir.
Not even on the BLT.
He ain't having the L or the T. It's just gonna be B.
I'll have an L, no T.
Is the L for lots of bacon? Bacon, lots of bacon. Just bread.
McDonald's needs to bring those back.
What's that?
McBLT.
McBLT.
They can't now because you can get that shit at Quick Trip now.
Yeah, I say pretty much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they whole section like Quick Trip got everything now.
We'll talk.
Most definitely.
Yeah, there's options.
Oh, y'all know I fucks with the Lamar spot. I guess I could say Quick Trip because it's not like us saying it is gonna garner them any extra.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Hey, the Lawnarchy sent us here.
Hey, that 37 cents that we sent their way, they didn't thank us for it.
Oh, gee.
man. But what do y'all think about about what the Texans did?
Love it.
Got Stroud at number 2.
And then
Then
jumped
moved
up.
back up.
Hey, the jump back was
That was nuts. That was letting you nuts hang.
I
Wish
was
I could have saw it live.
I was at the job on the phone watching it, and I was like, oh, that's pimping. That good. I stood up and I.
Because last week I said they had to take Anderson. They had to.
And last week I said they had to take Stroud.
They did
And
both.
they did both. Fucked around and found out.
Now, do you start Stroud, or do you try to build the defense up enough? Because D'Amico Ryans he's a for real like defensive dude. Is he gonna let Stroud sit, or is he gonna throw him in?
Hell no.
You got to start him.
You got to.
If it's a first round quarterback,
You going Davis Mills again?
you have to start him.
No.
You draft first round quarterbacks to start.
The year before last, David Mills actually looked halfway decent.
Yeah.
Last year he
And-
looked like shit.
And you can, and I think the Texans can start him because their
People
offensive
said
line.
Nobody had any tape on
Well,
it.
their offensive line is decent. You know what I'm saying? It's not like great, but it's decent.
And you still got Tunzel.
And you still got what's the tight end's name? I can't remember. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? He's a younger cat. So you got some stuff to work around, and I think you go ahead and start him because he's ready. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's not. There's nothing that he's really lacking, in my opinion.
Maybe
Outside of
just reps.
size.
Well, I mean, he's way bigger than
Way
Bryce.
bigger than Bryce.
Like that, like dude is scary small.
Oh, Bryce Young
And not
is
like small, like I'm talking about smaller.
Like a
stature.
kid.
Yeah, like it's like, man, where was your second growth spurt at, young man?
Yeah, I skipped it. I said I ain't need it.
Literally.
I said I didn't want it. Huh? Yeah, that's right.
God was like, I'll keep it then, pimp.
Oh man.
That's funny.
So is that one of the best draft day trades that you've ever seen?
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I don't know because I don't know when it happened. Because the best draft involving or the best trade for involving draft picks, in my opinion, was when the Cowboys fleeced the Vikings and traded Herschel Walker
Yeah.
and got like 37 picks for him, and that became the.
But you know the fucked up thing about that? They originally didn't get all those picks. The players that they got, they basically cut them and got the picks for them. Like Jimmy Johnson for real, like really fucked over the Vikings. Because the original trade, if you look at it, it was just a few picks, but then a shitload of players. But somehow they had it worked out that if those players didn't make the squad,
They get more picks.
the 53-man roster that they got more picks for them.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
the
knew
Vikings-
Jimmy was cutting them like.
Yeah,
I'm about
like
to get
y'all
these
are out of
picks.
here.
Jimmy's talking to Jerry Jones like, let me show you how you do this shit, Jerry. Jerry's
Jerry's
like,
still pissed off about that, and it's just like, man, you got three rings out of that. Like, get that man his props finally.
yeah, how Jimmy wasn't in the Cowboys Ring of Honor or Hall of Fame or whatever the fuck they call it.
Still ain't.
Still ain't. Oh, he's supposed to be in. We're gonna get you in soon. I think they're gonna wait until Jerry die
Who's that to get
to
Jimmy
put
on?
Jimmy in. Yep, and that's gonna be some bullshit.
So petty though.
That would be
It
some
would be.
bullshit. Cause without Jerry or without Jimmy,
There is no Jerry.
there's nothing with what happened in Dallas to make Cowboy fans to this day still be like, oh man, Cowboys, whoa, we them boys.
And just think about it. Nobody that got drafted in Thursday, Friday, or Saturday's draft was alive the last time the Cowboys won a playoff game. Not won a Super Bowl, just won a playoff game.
Hey, if Jimmy came out and said right now, hey, fuck it, I want to come back and coach the Cowboys again. Y'all just gotta make Jimmy do it. That fan base would turn
Man.
on Jerry Jones. They would turn on Jerry Jones in a heartbeat. Get him back.
Well, they've
Too
stayed
old for this.
They've
Get
stayed
him back.
relevant enough all these years. And I mean, shit. Jimmy Johnson hella old too now.
Oh yeah. They did a good job of kind of just staying mediocre for about a decade. You know what I'm saying? They's a consistent 8-8, 7-9, 8-8, 9-7.
It was due to Jason
Witten or Jason. Man, what was his name?
Was it Garrett?
Garrett. Yeah, the head coach.
Man, who was a more mediocre coach, him or my boy Fisher? Who did less with more?
Between who's the first option?
Jason Garrett for the Cowboys. Like the last what did he coach them for? Like
he coached them for like
7 years?
6, 7, like 8 years. Felt like it was a long time.
It was the majority of the 2010s.
But no, I can't.
Fisher did.
Luke
Fisher
Thompson,
is.
that dude is.
Fisher did less with more.
Yeah, he absolutely did less.
Fuck Jeff Fisher.
This nigga was fighting 8-8 for some years.
Jeff
We
Fisher
should have been
For some years.
It should have
Jeff
been some
Fisher
13
had
3 years.
Eddie George and Steve McNair at one point in time,
And a hell of a defense.
and a hell of a. Hey man, I used to hate when the Chiefs would have to play the Titans. Back then, I'd be like, it's gonna be hard hitting, boy. It's gonna be hard. Oh man, they're not gonna be happy when I see them at the club tonight. Win or lose,
They're gonna be drunk though.
they gonna get fucked up. But win or lose, they not gonna be happy. Cause the Titans hit hard. What's his name? Bullock. Wasn't he back?
Yeah.
Wasn't that back when he was playing? Yeah, Keith Bullock. Yeah, Bullock is Swahili for fuck you up. And he would.
Most definitely. So out of the first 3 quarterbacks that were picked, who do you see having the best career?
Okay. And here's where I'm going to have to, get subjective. By career, do you mean like just numbers and stats, or are we talking division championships,
Let's
AFC
go.
championships, Super Bowl championships?
Playoff appearances. Period.
Yeah, I would say who's gonna have the best career as far as counting stats, and who's gonna have the best career as far as winning goes?
I think Anthony's gonna have the best career if they can get him right. Or even if it's not necessarily right, but to where his wrong, so to where how he does wrong is right. So then, you know what I'm saying? So if that's his normal, fuck it, then that's your normal. So this is what you got, but this is what you own.
So
And then just work around that. But I think that he has the, in my mind, I'm thinking like wins overall, division titles, AFC championship appearances, and possible Super Bowl wins. I see him being, because
they've got a team built for him.
yeah, man, and they already got a running back.
He's not gonna have to
a
do
couple
much.
actually.
Yeah,
A couple running
man,
backs. But Taylor's that dude though.
man, yeah, he's a. If they can,
They're gonna fuck around and run the option on their ass. Like for real. Like for real. Like for real.
that could be dangerous in every way.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think as far as winning goes, and I'm only saying this because he's the only quarterback that went to the NFC. I think Bryce, like as far as winning, he's gonna have the best chance because being a quarterback right now in the AFC, you're not gonna win too much.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta get past Mahomes. You gotta get past. You know
Oh,
what I'm
see,
saying,
I don't see him
Cincy.
getting past Mahomes.
And that's what I'm saying.
But I see him getting to the playoff. I see him winning the South. Fight between him and what's his name, Lawrence, down in Jacksonville. I see him. You know what I'm saying? I see him winning the South a few times. I see him getting to the playoffs, being at least as a wild card consistently. You know what I'm saying? If they don't win the South, they definitely probably make should be making the playoffs at least. And I even see him winning a game. You know what I'm saying? Some wild card games, but I just don't see them. I just don't see him. I don't see any of them winning any Super Bowls because.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't even see him
Sorry.
getting to any Super Bowls.
But I do believe that the toughest division out of the AFC is up for grabs. I mean, our division ain't no competition. Let's just keep it real. We're gonna get what 10th or 11th division title. We're gonna get that
In a row.
Yeah.
You saying the Chargers don't have a chance?
No.
This is.
I gotta say it though.
No.
Chargers are
Has it
winning
been
the
that
West.
many in a row?
Damn,
Yes.
damn near.
I thought it was just like 7th.
No, it was at least 9.
His last one was at least 8. I know for a fact.
Yeah. No,
Shit, I don't know. I thought it was just
Because I thought
7.
since 2000. No,
bro,
you're
Raiders
right.
have
Because
won, like,
the
one
Raiders.
game out of 20 from us.
No, but didn't the Raiders win it in 2016?
Yeah, because I feel like we got
The division?
Yeah,
No.
I think the Raiders. I think that was the last.
that was the
division
last
winner.
that was the last
was
team
2016.
to win. Yeah,
How?
Because remember, Carr like went crazy that year. I'm almost positive the Raiders were like 12-4 that year.
And what, we went in on a wild card?
I'm pretty sure that may have been like a 10-win year for y'all. Yeah, 2016.
No, hold on. Andy ain't never not won the division since we've been here.
Let's see, that was yeah, because I'm almost positive 2016. That's the that's the year that Carr almost won MVP.
Let's see. Nope. Broncos 2015. Won a division. We've won ever since.
Well, yeah, that's what 8 years in. Yeah.
so this was the 8th year.
Yeah.
Whew, man. So let's see. Yeah, I see.
Damn, man, ain't y'all tired of winning? Shit.
Nah,
Let somebody else get up in there.
nah.
They are not. I am not saying this to like boast for my team or to gas up my team, right? But honestly, our division rivals don't do what's necessary to win games. Not the games that are important. They look real good in some regular season games. Blow a few teams out.
But the division that y'all are in right now has 3 of the top 8 quarterbacks in the league,
Yeah,
and you definitely got the best quarterback in the league.
yeah. But he on our side.
Man, listen. Listen. I don't think Herbert's going to turn out the way everybody thinks he's going to turn out. Not there. Not there.
As far as what though? Because as far as counting stats, like he's that dude already.
So yeah, Herbert's nice, man. He may not be as nice as
He's not going to contend for an MVP as long as Patrick.
Hey, I
But
mean that's
who is though?
that's
Who is?
I mean that's the Jordan effect. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. He ain't going to do it in a Chargers uniform.
He may never do it.
But they gas that team up every single fucking year.
But that was even before him though. Like they've had squads where they were the number 1 offense and defense and didn't even make the playoffs. Like that's just Charger shit.
Just fucking.
But you heard it here first, folks. The Chargers are winning the West next year, 2023
Look, they won the
division championship.
Hold on, they won the division 4 years in a row and
I
didn't
couldn't
do
even-
shit with it.
I couldn't even say that shit without laughing. I
With
tried to keep a
Tomlinson.
straight face. I tried.
That's just fucking terrible.
Rock sounds really hurt about this.
No, it's like I wish it were more competitive.
Cause no, at this point it's starting to look bad.
Yeah.
Like y'all want the division to feel like there's some sort of competition in it.
Hey, we just do what we do. We don't worry about the games that aren't being played outside of our stadiums.
How many wins have the Chargers been coached out of?
Oh, several in the past 2 or 3 seasons, several, and a couple against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They could have beat the Chiefs a couple times, and then I can't remember the coach's name. He's
like, dude, like.
How did dude keep his job though? Two years in a row.
Hey, that's supposed to be Sean Payton's job this season that we going into.
Oh, if they had Sean Payton, then
I'd have been scared. I'd have been like, ooh, this is dangerous. Because Herbert like to slang that thing, and Sean Payton like to
calls.
like to call the quarterback to slang that thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is scary.
You know, we had brought up old Orlando Scandalous a few weeks back.
Why?
Laughs.
What he got,
but
what he got to do with anything?
Hold on.
I mean, I don't want no.
Apparently, he's back on TV after Shannon Sharp ethered him. Why you sitting here with me?
Man.
But
That's what he told.
he's doing Fubo Sports. They got like a little sports show now. With TJ Houshmandzadeh.
And he wasn't bad back when he was on Fox.
He wasn't good either.
True.
I mean, Larry Johnson could have gave us the.
Oh wow.
Could have gave us that type of.
Which Larry Johnson though?
Larry Johnson would have done better.
I don't know about that.
Yes, he would.
It would have been a whole lot
And
of
would have
woke,
threw up the rock when he was done.
whole lot of woke speak going on.
He would have threw up the rock.
Wow.
He was good for that. He be in VIP in the club, and I be walking around doing something, and I look up, and there he is standing in the window throwing up the rock.
But hold on, they had lights out for the Chargers.
Sean Marion.
Yeah, Merriman,
Merriman,
on there, and Houshmandzadeh put out there who you got, Herbert or Mahomes, and Merriman went with Herbert. Obviously, that's his old team. Makes sense, right? Why?
Man, he went with Herbert on camera. Off camera, he was like, "Hey, y'all know I just had to say that shit right."
That's that company speak.
But old Scalers went with Herbert too.
Of course.
Nah, he's just hurt though. Didn't y'all cut dude?
Yes.
Yeah, he's hurt.
And rightfully so.
I mean, he was terrible.
He really was.
He was terrible.
Why did y'all pick dude up?
Because he was cheap. No, he wasn't cheap.
He wasn't. I was
We
gonna
actually
say,
paid him a little bit of money, but we didn't pay him a lot.
No, it was a decent contract though. For what he did because he came from what, Dallas?
Dallas.
Yeah.
Because he had that season. Because
it was effective slot corner.
It was right off that season that he had in Dallas where he was just like, "Oh my God, we can't believe it. This is great."
It was 2 seasons from.
Yeah. No, it was right after it. It was right after it because like the end of that season before he was like kind of coming on, and then that season right before or that next season he was and then the Chiefs signed him and I was like, they shouldn't have signed him, man. I don't think this was because
Like for money. No.
Because contract year is undefeated.
Will he take a bucket of balls? Will he? He didn't even put his hands on a few ones.
Man.
But boy, that tells you how the sports talk landscape has evolved. You got Fubo TV out here.
I bet you got to at this point. Like all the streaming services pretty much have one.
Mm-hmm.
So how surprised were y'all that Atlanta took Bijan at number 8 at that?
Not surprised
At all?
No.
I was glad that they did, and not Philadelphia.
Okay,
Because
so here's the facts of it.
They still got Swift though.
The Falcons wasn't gonna get rid of Desmond Ritter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the guy they're gonna ride with. You got him a wide receiver. You got him a tight end.
Yeah.
It just makes sense to make a permanent addition to that backfield.
But with the backs that they already had, like why spend that much draft capital and take another running back?
Because he's better than all of them.
And it's youth and talent.
You can have him for the next 5 years without no issue.
Mm.
And what's his face? That was Bala from that they converted back to running back.
From Minnesota.
Damn.
Did I have that nigga on my squad?
I think I had him on my squad for a minute. I know who you're talking about.
Damn. Why can't I say his name?
Now I can see his
That's
face.
crazy. That's crazy, dog.
I remember, yeah, because he was he was getting mad last season because he was like, hey, I done swapped out and did all this whoop whoop.
Cordero Patterson.
Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been in the league for a minute.
Yeah. Honestly, I was hoping they might have let him go. I would have liked him in our backfield, or alternating between slot receiver and backfield. I definitely could have seen that.
Oh, they re-signed McKinnon today.
Oh,
So
I did see that. Good move. I think we all knew that was coming.
Didn't pick up your boy's 5th-year option though.
Nope.
Oh, we knew that wasn't happening.
Nope.
We knew that wasn't happening.
V said, I'm going to have to say the name no, my brother.
Everybody knew that wasn't happening. But the Chiefs did him a solid last season and got him some good film. You know what I'm saying?
Now what if
He's
let's
leaving.
just
He's leaving with a ring.
now let's knock on wood, but let's say something happens to Pacheco and Edwards-Helaire just comes in and balls out. What do y'all do with it?
It may not be Edwards-Helaire. They
Then
gave
they picked up a
$200,000 signing bonus to Deneric Prince, undrafted out of
Undrafted.
Tulsa, I believe. That's a considerable amount of money to pay an undrafted rookie, I would think.
200,000.
not really.
As a signing bonus? I mean, this ain't like a camp invite. Like,
Now that
No,
means
they signed him.
no, but that just means that like other teams was probably looking at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chiefs had to at that point.
yeah. So and plus that's about right.
And I think that's one of the only good things about being an undrafted free agent, like not getting drafted. You can pretty much pick where you want to go, even though you probably don't have as good of a chance of making the squad. But you can actually say, you know what I'm saying, like this team, whatever their scheme is, it's going to work for my skill set.
hey, I'll tell you, if Pacheco were to go down, McKinnon would take the lead back duties.
So you're just saying CEH is just, it's a wrap.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think
It's gonna be on the team.
Damn.
I think they're gonna trade him.
Yeah,
But who wants him at this point?
I can see him going to the Jets.
With Bryce?
Is he ready?
They got a ban of Canada.
True.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He can't go to the
Fifth round,
Jets.
yeah.
Got a Canada. Like the name too
Oh,
much.
wait, oh my goodness.
Canada.
I think I like our fifth round. selection
Abanacanda
there, but oh my goodness.
forever.
If we could have got a ban of Canada forever, that would have been dope.
See, I think you're mispronouncing it. I'm gonna say Abanacanda.
Oh yeah, I've absolutely been saying it like the white folks have been saying it. No, no pushback. No pushback. And I guess he's from the New York area.
Ah, fresh.
There was a nice video online of when he got drafted. Everybody was cheering. Somebody handed his father a phone. He was like, "He's coming home. He's coming. He's staying home. He's the best running back." Like I was. It was cool. It was a cool little moment. I got a feeling this pops is gonna be in on some of these marketing opportunities.
Oh yeah, it's possible gonna make a couple of bucks. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, congrats to Mr. Abanacanda.
My son is staying home.
All right, so we. Oh well, you didn't pick who the best quarterback of the first four or the first three picks.
Jefferson based off of the physical attributes there, the team built around it, and the organization's track record.
If they play it right, they really could like slip in one year when the Chiefs fuck up, and
make a run.
and make it you know what I'm saying, slide in for a Super Bowl, or maybe even win one.
Now you saying with, I mean the Chiefs would have to slip up, but the Bengals would have to slip up. The Chargers, the Bills.
Okay. Here's
the
what
I think the Colts have beaten the Bengals before.
here's what I'm gonna tell you about the Bengals.
Not in the playoffs.
I don't think the Bengals are gonna be around like that in 2 or 3 years.
So you're
the
basically
Bengals.
y'all are saying that they got Burrow. They'll
have
the
Burrow,
piece.
and they're gonna pay Burrow. Mm-hmm. The Bengals are cheap. You gotta remember who we're talking about. Paul Brown is a cheap motherfucker. Brown is a cheap dude,
But he
man.
ain't gonna pay nobody else.
He's not.
Burrow,
and he's gonna pay Burrow, and
the bank is
they are gonna have. It's gonna go back to Andy Dalton and nobody.
Nah, because Burrow's
Matter of
not
fact-
Dalton. You can't do that to Burrow.
Watch,
You can't do that to him.
watch.
You can't do that to him.
He's done it to better.
Ooh. Yeah, he has
But
not had a Burrow before.
Or how about this? How many free agent quarterbacks have been clamoring to go to Cincinnati?
Nah, I give you that. I
you
give
go.
you that. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
He ain't paying nobody.
No.
But okay, now
Nobody.
you say that, but they've had a decent track record with quarterbacks in our lifetime.
Not really. They
Hold
had.
on. They signed Carson Palmer's brother because he was cheap.
But they had Carson Palmer though.
They had Boomer Esiason in the days before free agency. So he couldn't. He you know what I'm saying, he was stuck. He wasn't going nowhere until you know what I'm saying, the real dead end of his career when they let him go, and he went and played for the Jets for like that season and a half or 2 seasons, whatever it was.
They were bad.
Terribly.
Bad.
And then after Boomer, shit, you really do have what? David Klingler, Andre Ware,
Yeah, it was
Achilles Smith.
Yeah. But then they got Palmer though.
and then Carson
Damn,
Palmer. And Carson Palmer was, let's keep it funky. Carson Palmer was mid.
Nah, don't do that to him.
Carson Palmer was mid, big dog.
Carson Palmer balled out. He took him to the playoffs. If he hadn't got hurt against Pittsburgh
Carson
that
Palmer
year,
had weapons.
yeah.
Weapons.
Carson Palmer was mid.
But there's a lot of quarterbacks
And
who
he
have
was
had weapons.
6'5" and could see the field.
And I'm not,
That's your
I'm not,
quarterback.
and I'm not saying that Carson Palmer was terrible, but
No. He
Car-
was hitting
he was just-
wide open receivers.
yeah,
You still got to get it to him though.
He was not threading the needle on nothing. He didn't have to. Yeah, Ocho Cinco and TJ Husmanzada sitting out there.
You still got to
I
get it
think
to him.
Gerback could have got it to them.
Nah,
Hey, man.
I can't. Hella pushback on that.
All the running backs, all the
Wasn't,
running backs.
Elvis Garbage?
Yeah,
Nah.
what matter of fact, wasn't Gerback the backup quarterback one or two of them seasons up there when it was Ocho Cinco and Husmanzada?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
What?
garbage now.
Let me look it up.
Because I was saying, because he definitely got a ring with the Ravens, didn't he? He was on that old,
Yeah,
was that the
he was
old
on
one
that.
squad?
Mm-hmm. Damn, Elvis is only 52.
All right, so with the while y'all looking that up, so
shit.
we've all chosen that
He only played for 3 teams.
who the Chiefs, the Ravens, and who else?
Chiefs, Ravens, and the 49ers. You got drafted by he was drafted by the 49ers.
Yeah, that was a time where if you was a quarterback for the 49ers, once you got hurt, you was coming to the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Well, quarterbacks came to die.
King Carl was definitely a 49er 5.
Man. Yeah, man, we can do it, man. We can rebuild them.
We got a 49ers quarterback at home.
Why are we doing this, Carl? My leather coat said it's gonna work.
Is Carl still alive? Have we talked about that?
Oh, he's still alive. He's had a couple of the Chiefs games. I don't know if it was this past season or the season before. I think it was the season before. Matter of fact, he was at the Chiefs Cincinnati game, if I'm not mistaken, during the season.
Do you think dude has to pay for his meals in Kansas City?
I think it depends on where he goes. Because he's aged out to where a lot of, you know what I'm saying, younger cats who ain't even from here would be like,
Yeah.
Carl who?
So he's now pulling up to Ocean Prom, like comp everything.
Hold on. But Carl's smarter than that. He's not pulling up solo. He's riding with Andy. He know how to get in.
Or
know
Clark.
how to get in.
I don't think Andy would hang with him.
You think Clark
They
would?
have.
Oh, he has?
I think they have.
I can see Andy being like, hey, fuck you, guy.
Would you
Take
share a
that damn leather
cheeseburger
coat
with
off.
him? You wouldn't share a cheeseburger with him?
I mean, by share a cheeseburger, do you mean he has his own cheeseburger and then Carl Peterson has his own cheeseburger?
No, I mean like Andy actually gives him half of his
Oh,
cheeseburger.
hell no. Andy ain't giving nobody half his cheeseburger. What you talking about? You talking about Andy Reid.
Like double it up.
Yeah.
All right, so we all picked who we think will be the best quarterback of the three. Who do you think has the chance of being the absolute worst?
Unfortunately, it's C.J. Stroud, and not because I think he's like physically not gifted. It's just he's gonna be playing for the Texans, and I don't know, man. They the Texans. They just, they like can't get right.
That's where quarterbacks go to regress.
Or molest.
Groper. Man,
Oh man.
ridiculous.
Oh man.
But I know I said
Deshaun Watson and David Yo walk into a bar. Run!
run.
Run!
Man.
New track, Mystical, featuring Groper Cleveland.
Danger.
For real. Danger.
Somebody please help the bear.
Because ain't no telling.
Man. But damn, I'll say, speaking of Bears and Grizzlies, did you see that the Grizzlies
Oh,
said,
that's
yeah, they
hilarious.
said in no way are they bringing Brooks
Under
back.
no circumstances.
No circumstances.
I ain't never heard that before.
Woo!
I have never heard that before.
How much does an organization have to hate you to put that out? Like they didn't have to say that shit.
They didn't have to say it
They
like
didn't
that.
have to say it.
They didn't have to say it like that.
It's like, damn,
That's a whole lot of fuck you.
man.
That's a whole lot
Hey.
of fuck you.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
true.
know what?
You ain't got to go
I
home.
feel 'em.
But
Bravo, Grizzlies, because he poked the bear for real. I poke bears.
you don't want to poke that one.
Yeah. See, Quarter must not be watching.
Man.
Because,
So, I mean, who was this guy to even, like, assume this role?
It's almost like
didn't he go to Duke for a year?
I don't know where dude's from.
I feel like he went to Duke for a year.
But yeah, for the amount of shit that he talks, the play and the production, it just went
Canadian.
up there.
Oh, he played Oregon.
In Oregon. Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, we know he won't be playing in Memphis next year.
He won't even be a janitor in Memphis.
Circumstance.
Any circle. What if he was like, I'll play for free?
Any circumstance. Any circumstance. Hey, that is hilarious. Yo,
Wow.
that is, hey.
That's fucking wild, dog.
I done seen cats get fired before. But I ain't never seen, and on your day off,
Man.
I can't even say your day off because you ain't really even got no job. You know, before, damn, they fired you before your contract was up.
It's like you can't come back.
Or they didn't even fire you. They just said, hey, once his contract is up, he ain't coming back no way, shape, fashion, or form. Any circumstance.
Lock the door.
They said this motherfucker
Where's
could,
your badge?
they
sir?
said he could die, and this ghost can't even come back. We got hex bags off in this bitch to make sure he don't. Be like, all kind of ghosts off in here, but not Dylan Brooks.
Not Brooks. Those are
Any circumstance. Oh man.
it's got to be something deeper.
I don't know, man. He don't seem like he's like cool to play with.
Or just a cool person, period.
Right.
He's one of them niggas.
Maybe it's because he's Canadian.
And very light skinned.
Extremely light skinned. But I ain't got no beef with no light skinned people just because they light skinned. I might crack some jokes on them.
But
just 'cause I can see
he's
their
one of them
veins.
ones though.
Oh yeah, he's
Like when you say light skinned shit, that's who you talking about. Yeah, I know some cool light skinned cats. But he wouldn't be one of them.
definitely not.
But yeah, hopping back on the draft, I'll say my quarterback that I feel, even though I feel that he has the best chance of winning, I also think just as small as stature as dude is, like if Bryce can for real just make it a few years and bulk up a little bit, I think he can be cool. But if they don't put no weight on dude, he may get killed.
Dude, I feel like he's smaller than old boy out in
Arizona?
Yeah.
Weight wise, he is.
Yeah, man. And Kyler Murray, I feel like he's already like
He's little, but he's kind of stocky.
I mean, he kind of stocky.
Kinda.
He looked like he could have played a little running back if he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, doing. But man, he looks smaller than him, and I'm just concerned for when he takes that first monster hit.
That shit's gonna be nasty.
Because they not gonna let up just because you small. Matter of fact, some of them motherfuckers might hit you harder just because they like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let him know. If he try to run, I can catch him.
And then in the first round, actually the first two rounds, who do you think just overall is gonna have the best chance to start this year and to actually ball out this year? Do you see anybody being like a Micah Parsons in this draft?
Shit, possibly old boy that went to the Eagles.
Carter.
Hmm?
Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I because they drafted him out of necessity, so he's gonna get some clock, and I see how the rest of his Georgia Bulldog teammates have acclimated themselves to the new defense, to this defense, and you know what I'm saying. So I don't see him having an issue really, because they've all been there together, and that is kind of scary.
Yeah.
That's what really is scary to me, because these dudes they weren't winning NCAA championships, but they were close. They were in the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Now the last couple of batches of them have been, but whew, man, since University of Georgia started letting black folks play football outside of running back, wide receiver. It's been amazing. Ain't been that long, y'all. Look it up.
We're shit in the Hawkeye show.
Man.
Hawkeye.
Racism.
Shit, I feel like the Chiefs signed safety from Mizzou,
They did.
undrafted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Give him a shot. M-I-Z. Z-O.
Z-O-U. Do you see Mizzou getting back to prominence and maybe in these next few years go back to putting first rounders in the league? It was a nice little stretch where every year we had at least one
Oh,
first
man.
rounder.
It was a stretch where Mizzou was putting like two people in, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 people in the top 3 in the first 3 rounds. It's like 3 or 4 cats from Mizzou going for 6-7 years straight. And then just another, 5 or 6 coming out in the later second half of the draft. I think that I think Mizzou is on an upswing. I think they kind of figuring it out. It took them a little bit to last season to put 2 and 2 together, and I think they got a little better idea of what they need to get accomplished. So I think over the next 5 or 6 years they could get back to being a consistent top 20, 25 program. Slip into a SEC championship game from time to time, like they did when they first got in. Because now it's taken all this time that they've been in the SEC to start getting SEC type players. Because when they came in, they had the Big 12 players, and the Big 12 players were smaller and faster, and the SEC wasn't ready for that. But also SEC's like, shit, just because we ain't ready don't mean we won't shut this shit down. We just wasn't ready for that, and they shut that shit down.
So give us a couple quarters.
So now MU is getting the SEC style players, which is basically just the pro style player. So it's because like with the defensive tackle that they got from East Boogie a couple seasons ago, I can't remember his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He was like the number 7 overall signee or something like that. Number 1 defensive tackle, and he's from East St. Louis.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name either.
And I watched them play this past season. It took them a minute to figure out how to maneuver him. But once they figured out how to maneuver him, he looked a lot better, and the front 7 looked a lot better. So I don't know. I'm interested. I'm geeked. But I will be the first to say this too though. You know, MU has a habit of becoming dumpster juice.
That's fair.
It's gonna be hard to go back to being real bad though. Like
It is.
real bad.
It is, but Vanderbilt. They bad. They real bad.
Yeah.
They been real bad. They stay real bad. Hell, they got a terrible mascot. When I found out that it wasn't Lionel Richie and the Commodores, I was hiding that motherfucker. That's a small naval
At this
reference.
point, they really
Say
should
you.
switch it on over.
Say
Just,
you,
just
Say
make
me.
life.
say me,
Say it together.
say it together. That's the way it should be. Man, Lionel Richie was just writing whatever. That shit was hitting. I ain't gonna sit here in front like it wasn't.
He definitely wasn't missing.
That shit was hitting. He just been writing about making some grits in the morning,
What was that, dancing on the wall?
dancing on the
Yeah,
ceiling.
on the ceiling.
Oh, what a feeling when you dancing on the ceiling. How much cocaine you doing, Lionel Richie?
Too much.
Enough.
Shit.
More than.
Because the only people I hear about dancing on the ceiling from do a lot of cocaine.
Lots of that booger sugar.
I'm talking like Ray J amounts of cocaine.
Man, shout out to Ray J. He's really the reason why I started watching The Breakfast Club. One of the greatest interviews ever. If you've never seen that, Google that. Some of y'all may be too young.
I don't know if you young and watching this. Fuck it, go on here and watch that. Cause you're not gonna hear nothing you ain't. Well, you're gonna hear something you ain't heard on here, but fuck it, you trying to be grown. Go all the way.
Oh, and former Titan Taylor Lewan is suing either the Titans medical staff or the second medical staff that did his ACL surgery.
Oh.
So if he's not going to be getting paid by a team, he is going to be getting paid by a team. Because somebody fucked up. And malpractice, and maybe he may be making more with that suit than he was going to be with a contract. So,
Hey, I'm all for players having malpractice suits against these team doctors or teams or whoever it is that they gotta have them against. Because like old boy that was playing for the Chargers, and
the quarterback got stabbed in the
got stabbed
in
and
the lung.
got a fucking lung punctured.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, dude, you had a fucking lung puncture with a fucking painkiller?
Yeah.
Dude, what if you stop fucking breathing? What is that? What if that stops it? You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
What if his lung just like completely collapsed?
Right. Dude, y'all.
It's just too much shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. He should be like third owner of the Chargers.
At least name the stadium after him.
Well, they can't because the Chargers is just renters. They got no stake.
None.
They gonna wind up back in San Diego in like 10 years.
My goodness.
Hold up, dude. Do you think that San Diego would take them back though? At
Hell
this point?
yeah. Couldn't be no worse than it was when they left.
Boy.
It was already hella cheap. It was Chiefs West, Chiefs West Coast Beach when we was out there. Shoot, they be showing the stands. It's all that red and gold instead of blue and gold. I'm like, damn.
It's gonna be the Albuquerque Chargers.
Simone.
Now they do got to move somewhere.
Reno
though.
Chargers.
So what do you think the best city would be for them to move to?
Who, the Chargers?
Yeah, because they can't stay in LA.
Shit, real talk. They can't though, but the best city for them will be Salt Lake City.
Why you say they can't?
Mormons don't do shit on Sunday.
Then Lake Tahoe then.
Nah, not big enough. Shit, San Antonio.
Ooh.
I can see that. Is St. Louis ever gonna get a team again?
No, they should not.
You say it's a wrap.
They should. If I mean, it should be another 25 years.
At some point it's gonna happen though.
It's got to, because St. Louis is like the top 10. I want to
I
say.
can see the Chargers. I can see the Chargers moving to San Antonio.
Oh yeah, San Antonio.
I can see that.
Oh yeah.
I can see. I still believe it is the most ripe area to install a team, and then driving through there and seeing the size of it and the population. Yeah, I'm really surprised that they don't have a football team down there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not.
What other teams? Like what other teams would have to be that bad that they would move to St. Louis? Is there a team that you can see like maybe Jacksonville? Because they keep on talking about Jacksonville moving to Europe at some point.
The Browns.
The
I think
Browns
the
ain't
Browns are
going
there.
nowhere.
Yeah, I think the Browns are there to stay this time.
Yeah, I think they have a contract or it's like some wording or something that the team could leave again, but the
Got to stay.
Yeah, the Browns stay. Yeah. Who could I see getting relegated to St. Louis?
Or could there be an expansion team?
You know, real talk. This is gonna sound funny in a mug, but you could. When I say it, y'all gonna be like, "Yeah, I could see that happening." The Raiders.
That was a possibility before Vegas.
The St. Louis Raiders. They
With
struck
Oh,
out
St.
of Las.
Louis?
They struck out of Vegas. They lost all the money. Had to move to the Loop. Now they're the St. Louis Raiders.
With the multi-billion-dollar stadium, you think the Raiders would ever leave Las Vegas?
Shit, they may have to.
No, they won't ever have to move out of there if they don't want to. Vegas is always giving tax breaks for development.
Man, the Raiders are broke.
Yeah, but Vegas will pay for another stadium for them.
Yeah, but how long until
They
they
get
would need
5
one?
people together and put in on that stadium.
But how long until they would need another one though?
15 years.
With the one they just built?
It's Vegas. They're not gonna do a whole 20 in a facility.
Shit, with the money they just spent on that gym.
Especially if they
I was gonna
especially if they keep fucking losing like they been.
That's why they're getting relegated to the Loop. They're just gonna fix up the Edward Jones Dome.
Oh,
That would be terrible.
That's jank.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
They gonna have
Damn.
They're gonna bring that big ass fake torch that they got out in Vegas. They're gonna bring that and to fix it inside.
Or they just gonna promote the Battle Hawks. We're gonna have something there. They're already there, so we really should have relegation in the NFL, though. I'm still a proponent of that. I really am a proponent of that.
But how would how would it work out though? Like the bad teams just have to go back to another city,
No, no.
That team goes to the SEC.
and then Georgia
No,
moves
no,
up.
no. You would have to have a bona fide semi-pro. I mean, a minor league.
The SEC.
But to
Pretty
do
much.
it, so hold on. But to do it, what you do is, you add 8 expansion teams,
Goddamn.
right? If you're gonna do it where there's relegation, you add 8 expansion teams,
And those are the teams that you swapping out with.
and then two current teams get relegated off top. So then you got a 10 league, you got a 10 team minor league, you got a 30 team major.
So that's gonna throw off the scheduling though.
Yeah.
Because the 32 team schedule right now is almost perfect.
Yeah, they can pay billions of dollars to make these calculations. Like get it done. And you gonna make billions of dollars off of it.
Yeah.
So get it done. At a minimum, San Antonio should have a minor league expansion team with the possibility of being promoted into the NFL.
So basically, what you're saying is like the USFL, because I think that's who has the NFL stamp of approval. Should be like the minor league,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
squads
like the
can
two
get.
championship teams make it to the big leagues.
Say again?
Like the two championship teams, like the whoever wins and the runner up. Those are the
Right.
ones that move up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 teams get promoted, 2 teams get relegated.
And then, so worst team AFC, worst team NFC.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Making
be
a little
interesting.
sense.
That would definitely be interesting.
You cut a separate TV deal for the lower league, or just make it straight streaming.
The Raiders
No,
don't stream.
you got to put it on broadcast TV.
The Raiders don't stream.
Yeah, because if you put that on Bally Sports, there's gonna be riots.
If the Jets get
Man.
relegated,
Yeah,
that's why it'll never happen.
yeah, it's not gonna be good.
That's why it'll never happen because if a LA or New York team got relegated, anarchy would ensue.
Nah, not if an LA team did, because don't nobody in LA give a fuck.
It's the TV markets though.
Oh, LA still don't give a fuck.
But I think you could. I think that would work out.
It's interesting. That's for sure.
And you keep people locked into pro football for damn near 12 months out of the year.
And then even hell, even the end of the season for the worst teams would still be interesting.
And on top of that, the relegated, the lower league teams,
So are they playing at the same time during the year? Because that would be kind of fucked up to have the, you know what I'm saying, the team that gets moved up just coming off playing a championship and then going into camp. You know, that'd be...
but that's going to be part of the deal.
No, I mean, I'm saying they could... And so...
Because their season's going to be short.
Well, no, I'm saying, but they would. I would have them if they already, if this is how we doing it, and this is our minor league or whatever. Shit, y'all playing on Wednesday.
I'm with that.
Y'all play weeks 1 through 10. You know what I'm saying? I got a 10-game season. Y'all play weeks 1 through 10 on Wednesdays. Top 2 teams, we'll know. You know what I'm saying? By week 10. Oh, okay. So hey, these are the teams that are waiting to take your spot. And we got, like
Pack your bags.
10 weeks of,
We're here to take another grown team's job.
Could you imagine the team Twitters going at it and
Man.
going, hey, I'm sorry to say this, but, we about to swap up out of there with them Cleveland Browns. Sorry, y'all get relegated. Y'all may never come back.
Man.
Bro.
And that would be fucking hilarious. Yeah, man.
But they would be dominant in the.
Oh, they be whooping ass.
They would be dominant in the Lord.
But they always finish third. Never top two. Marty's ghost laughing.
Did we did we talk about the other fifth-year options that weren't picked up? Or we do that before? All right, so in Washington, Chase Young, his fifth-year option was not picked up. And then the other notable one was in Arizona, linebacker Isaiah Simmons. They didn't pick up his fifth-year option. So I say those three and CEH were the real notable ones out of that draft class. That basically the team is like, hey, after this year, you can pretty much do what you want to do because you're not locked in.
I'm kind of surprised Chase Young was. They didn't pick his fifth-year option up.
And I think it was
scared he ain't gonna stay upright.
yeah, it's definitely the injuries.
I ain't mad at him. And I'm surprised Chase Young ain't been able to stay upright. He was a monster at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing what he was gonna do and the season he played, he was nice.
Yeah. It's like rookie of the year, wasn't he? Defensive rookie of the year.
I think defensive rookie of the year for sure. They would hardly ever give anything of the year to defensive players besides defensive whatever, because defense.
He needed to win though.
Man, they need just enough of it. Because the Chiefs had just enough of it. Go on ahead and knock this out the box one time real quick. On a rebuild year.
Supposedly.
Oh, no, it was a rebuild year. Hell, it wasn't even really a rebuild year. It was a refill year.
Now, y'all was pretty much reloaded. As long as y'all got Pat, it's never going to be a true rebuild.
This year was kind of a rebuild.
On the defensive side,
Yeah.
yeah.
Y'all still had major pieces at each level.
On the defense?
Yeah.
Not really, because Chris Jones is a free agent.
Major piece? I mean, Legarius Sneed maybe in the backfield, but
Legarius
And on
Sneed,
the-
what's
and on
his
the
name?
second level?
The safety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got from the Texans.
Yeah, Cook.
And I mean, your linebacking core is
no,
solid.
not Cook.
Was it Reed?
Justin Reed.
Reed, yeah. Our linebacking core is, in my opinion, solid. Solid, that's all right.
It's pretty good.
It's, yeah. Because,
Now, I'm still concerned if motherfuckers just start deciding to start running on us. But I mean, I think we've done some things to try and shore that up. But the linebackers we have now are perfect for the way that we play other teams. You know what I mean? But if other teams' offenses change their makeup and just start running on us, I don't know.
I mean, you seen what happened when y'all played the Colts? When y'all played us?
Right.
So, yeah, it's But I mean, you're not gonna see teams like that in the playoffs.
Well, we went 1-1 in them games. So
But I
we'll
mean, y'all
figure out a
don't.
way to. I don't care how many yards you get. We'll figure out a way to win. That's all I care about is the W at the end.
But y'all don't have to see teams like that in the playoffs because it's not gonna work anymore. I know teams think that's a thing. Like we've seen the last few Super Bowls. What you need to get there,
Patrick Mahomes.
pretty much.
That's what you need.
That's just the answer. Oh, did y'all check out him at the Met Gala?
Yes, somebody shot me a picture of that.
Looking like the dope man.
I was like, he does look like he getting that white off. And then I thought about what I said and I laughed.
A little double entendre there.
Yeah.
I don't say the suit was a little Nino Brownish.
It was. it very much was. I was looking down at his hand to make sure he didn't have a 4-finger ring on.
Love. Hate.
Oh man. No, I would just say Pat 3 or Pat 2 because he got 2 rings.
2-pack.
Say that covered everything I had. Y'all got anything?
Bring the NBA back to Kansas City.
What squad?
Bring the Kings back so they quit smoking rock out there. Fucking Sacramento for crying out loud.
Out there lighting up beams.
Beam
Beam it up.
Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Man.
It was only cool when it helped you win.
Oh.
As soon as you gave them 3 up. Oh.
Oh man. Let's see.
Or give us an expansion.
Now, I think if any city gets an expansion, it's probably gonna be Seattle.
Seattle's getting the next expansion, and then Vegas would probably get another expansion or a team after that.
Hey,
And then
Oklahoma
Kansas
City
City.
could get bought again and sent back to Seattle. To Seattle. Yeah, that could happen.
Man.
That could happen. I see them moving to Vegas before I see them moving to Seattle.
Facts. Facts.
But I think there will be a team in Vegas within about 5 years.
So which one is it gonna be? Is it gonna be expansion or is it gonna be a move?
I'd probably go expansion there.
I think they go.
You probably have Seattle and Vegas as expansion teams,
They probably would.
and then move Memphis over to the east.
Yeah, that sounds right. They probably moved Dallas over to the east.
Never gonna happen.
Boy,
Say keep it football like
Keep it 55th.
55th.
well, we want the East Coast coverage too. East Coast.
No, but I like what the Chiefs did with the draft, and I like what the Texans did with what I saw for the draft. Um, I really hope that they give D'Amico Ryans full effort or full support behind him. You know what I'm saying, to do it. You know what I'm saying. So if he doesn't succeed, it's not necessarily because he didn't have the weapons necessary.
But I
So
think he's the coach that they wanted. They finally got the guy that they wanted. Last two coaches, like Lovey Smith and then what was the dude's name, Cullen or whatever.
mhm.
Like I think those were just dudes that they were,
Oh, they were fill-ins.
yeah, just passing the time. But I think they really are gonna put a little effort into giving D'Amico Ryans what he needs to make a winner.
Yeah, I like Houston as a city, and I like to see them be competitive again. It was fun, you know what I'm saying, when the Chiefs would go down, or Chiefs fans would go down to Houston when the Texans were good, and have the Kansas City takeovers and stuff. And I think some Texans fans came to Kansas City and did try to do the same thing. I don't think it worked. I don't know. No, that's all I got.
I wonder how many how many banks were robbed when the Chiefs went down to the
Ah,
Is dude back in custody yet? Cause didn't he escape or some shit?
yeah, I don't think dude's back in custody. He's still on the run. I think he's gonna be on the run until they gonna have to like catch him. I mean, they gonna, you know what I'm saying, or he's gonna have to like super do. It's not gonna be too long, I think. But who knows how much bank robbery money he has stashed away somewhere? Shoot, he might have enough to be able to, you know,
Say fuck it.
dip out and go hit up Central America. And now this motherfucker's name is Rodrigo Zapates. You're like, damn, he don't even look like no Rodrigo.
Oh, Shanghai Sharks. I got a live one coming.
Basketball team?
D-Pro, baby.
Hmm?
Dylan Brooks.
He'll play somewhere in the league next year.
Huh? What? What?
Just not for them.
Same league as the Guangdong Tigers?
We know who he's not playing for, but he won't be playing over there.
Better learn Chinese, buddy.
Man. Throwing oops to shit. Don't Dwight play over there?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Oh, they put on the show.
Man, Dylan Brooks will get a gig in the league. He'll be playing for like the Pacers or the Jazz.
Fuck
I
around
can
play
see-
for like the Bucks or some shit like that.
Nah, I can see him playing for the Jazz, cause you know that's where you go for punishment. That's like timeout
No kicking it whatsoever.
and whatsoever. Oh, you want to act a fool? You want to? Oh,
Salt Lake,
bet.
baby.
You gotta go play for the Jazz, cause we're not signing you. If you want to play in the league, you gotta play in Salt Lake. Hey, bro, it's boring as fuck up here. Yeah, man. You here for 2 years. You know why? Cause you was fucking up.
Damn, what would be a worse place to have to play? Salt Lake or Anchorage, Alaska?
Salt Lake.
Over Anchorage?
Salt Lake. Look, I ain't got no beef with Salt Lake. It just ain't nothing for me to do in Salt Lake.
Not that thing.
I couldn't talk to no chicks up there unless I would convert her to Mormon. And I'm cool. That's a whole different podcast.
Friday.
That ain't even a Friday show. That's a whole different podcast. But nah, Anchorage is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's it's one. We talking NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It's cold, but it ain't really. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's like living in Denver, but it's cold.
Say with less sun.
And then then you got like the 14-hour days, or 16-hour days, 18-hour days, 20-hour days, sunlight or night, both.
Yeah, depending on the season.
So yeah, but you go. Well, I don't know how they. I know in Barrow when they had like that whole month of darkness, it's no alcohol is allowed because you been messed around and went crazy. I mean, it's possible to go crazy anyway because 30 days of darkness. You don't know what time it is. I mean, you know what time it is, but it don't look like it.
No, your body wouldn't know.
Your body is gonna be like, "Hey, it's time to go to bed." Nah, bro, we just woke up. You sure? It's dark in the motherfucker out here. It's dark. It's UNLV 1990 dark.
Now that's dark.
How you got?
And for the second episode of the Sports Block with J-Ritoc, powered by the Monarchy, we out.